Good freaking day, ladies and gentlemen. Best stream ever. We are going to be brewing a Druid. I don't know if that's going to happen again because it's already happened once before. Who knows? I have a friend's campaign coming up at home, and my character's going to be a Druid because I love Druids, and we had a sorcerer, a fighter, and a cleric already. So, Druid. He's new to DM. I've DM'd for him loads, but yeah, he's new and wanted to give it a go. So yeah, I'm gonna make a Druid for his game, and I'm gonna be checking out the UA on Druids because frankly I don't really like it, and I want to figure out why. Or not that I don't like it, it's just didn't really appeal to me. But I'm gonna use one of the UA. I think at the moment I'm thinking Twilight, but I'll read through them. So I already have a backstory, a name, and a little bit of info about him kind of figured out already. So his name's Arlenn Karth. I got the name Arlenn from a magic card that's like werewolf planeswalker woman, but it was a cool name, and Karth because I don't know, it just sounded good with the first name. And he's gonna be like a noble or an ex-noble who's kind of captured as a baby and kind of raised. Oh my god! Can you freaking stop? Jesus! He's gonna be raised. I don't even know if you can hear it. I'm assuming you can, probably. I could test, but it's already terrible. So he's a noble, kind of raised by, some creepy old dude out in the forest. We'll work more of that out later. And he's probably going to have a terrible Irish accent because, I don't know, I just feel like giving him an accent, so it'll probably be like Chris Hardwick from Critical Role. So he'll probably speak like that, which doesn't really give off noble, but he's been raised in the wild, so who knows. But the other thing about it that was kind of the inspiration that first hit me when I was like, oh, Druid, was his kind of thing is going to be that he doesn't really have control over his powers. So he's going to be like in a fight situation, and he'll pull out a sword or whatever, and then all of a sudden he'll kind of get this feeling, he's like, oh no, not again, please no. And he'll like start to change, and he doesn't want to, and kind of loses control of himself a little bit. It's like the wilds are sort of taking him back, and he's more of a weapon than a person, kind of loses free will. But that kind of could lead to some cool stuff down the line, with him sort of taking control of himself and being able to do it. But yeah, for now, we're just going to get some dice this Saturday afternoon, well, evening, and listen to car alarms going off, which is how I always love to spend my Saturdays. Alright, there we go. Got my 46, so let's roll them. Ooh, that's a good one. 11, 3, so that's going to be 15. That's a terrible one. Well, not too bad actually. The rolls always... Oh, I didn't roll the fourth one. Oh, that's better. That's 9, 10, 11, 12. 9, 10, 11... 12, yeah, that's the exact same roll. That confused me for a sec. I'm rolling well so far. And then that's a 12. 6, 5, and 1. That's strange. That's not as good. That's an 8. And then that's a 7. Okay. So we have some bad skills and some good ones. So wisdom's can be a 15. Obviously, con will stay at 12. Charisma, I think, will stay at 7. and his strength is 8. Yeah, I think that good. So he has strength 8, 12 dex, 12 con, 12 int, 15 whiz, 7 charisma. So he's weak, and he's horrible to talk to, but everything else kind of he's pretty decent. And we're going to be a human variant. So let's just get to that quickly. I went past it like an idiot. Good, good. 2 ability scores by 1 and a feat and a skill. So skill, we'll go something you probably wouldn't normally get. Maybe stealth. I don't know why, I just kind of get the feeling from this guy. We get 1 skill each, so we'll go, let's put up his con and his wisdom, obviously, so we can get that +3 bonus. And our feat, I generally just like either know the feat off by heart and just, you know, type in, or, you know, this is the feat I want, or, you know, just type in that I have a feat and choose it sort of later on once I have a better feeling, but we'll choose it now. Going miles past the feats and everything, here we go. Okay. So, potential ones. Alert. Maybe tough, I think it is. Maybe Skulker. Yeah, I think tough. Alright, so your hit point maximum increased by amount equal to twice your level when you gain this feat, so 2. But whenever we gain a level after that, we get an additional 2 hit points. So we just get 2 every time, basically. So now let's find a Druid page. And the feat is, I know it would be better to like wait till 4th level and take that, but I like to have tough from the off, so you get kind of all the hit points whenever you level up. So let's just that way. Yeah, I need to figure out my setup for this one. Right, so we get 8 plus our con mod, which is +1. So we get 9 plus 2 from tough. So 11 starting hit points. We get 1d8. We get proficiencies and everything. I'll fill in later because that's boring. We get intelligence and wisdom saves, and we get arcana, animal handling, insight, medicine, nature, perception, religion, or survival, and we get 2. Oh, I just jinxed myself and I don't know how. Oh, I was going to sneeze and that was going to be amazing. Okay, I think medicine and... Or maybe we'll change our first one to survival and take perception and medicine, I think is what I'd have. Because he's kind of resents nature a little bit, even though he sort of feels more comfortable there, but he just doesn't like the fact that he does. So let's go with that. We know Druidic equipment we start with. Wooden shield or any simple weapon. Yeah, so we'll take 2 scythes. I don't really know why, but he's gonna have 2 scythes. And then we get leather armor. Explorer's pack. And Druidic focus. Now, as Druidic focus, I think I'm going to make a sort of bone charm that's sort of leather bound bones in a kind of weird sort of fingery star kind of shape, and he kind of just carries it with him and sort of maybe has it bound to his wrist or something, kind of a bracelet type thing. I think that's pretty cool. No. We don't get our Druid Circle till 2nd level. Oh, okay, we do have it then. So, just quickly, yeah, we're starting this game at 2nd level. We'll go back to the spellcasting. So, our circle. Let's see. Circle of Twilight is the one I was thinking initially, because the Shepherd, he's not really a spirit kind of person, I don't think. I think it's more of just your sort of classic Druid. Circle of Dreams, again, it's not really a sort of Feywild arrangement this guy has, but Circle of Twilight seeks to exterminate undead, so he's kind of been hijacked by some kind of, nature, god or power that's trying to eradicate undead, and my character was a noble who, wouldn't care about that kind of thing because he's safe in his castle, but then this kind of force took him from his castle and raised him and basically has control of him, so that he has to hunt undead to one day kind of be free, which I think is a pretty cool thing. Okay, so we get for that we get only one ability at the moment: Harvest's Scythe. We learn to unravel and harvest the life energy of other creatures. You can augment your spells to drain the life force. You have a pool of, so we get D10 times level, and we can, so when you roll for, oh wait, I can just copy and paste it. Sweet. Love electronic character sheets, because I'll use my iPad at the game. When you roll damage for a spell, you can increase the damage by spending the dice from the pool. You can spend a number of dice equal to half your druidic level or less, roll the spent dice and add them to the damage as necrotic damage. If you kill one or more hostile creatures with the spell augmented this way, you or an ally of your choice within 30 feet can regain 2 hit points per die spent to increase the spell's damage, or 5 hit points per die if at least one of the slain creatures was undead. So, killing stuff and gaining hit points. Oh, that did not copy well. I'll deal with that later. Right, and then finally the spells. And then the backstory stuff, I'll make up my own traits, ideals, bonds and flaws, because the ones in the book are crap. And I like to sort of make my characters more personal to me. So we get 2 cantrips, 3 first level spells, and 3 slots and 3 spells. Doesn't matter. So let's have a look. Cantrips. Take Mending, because it's an awesome spell. Check off. Take, I think, just Thorn Whip, so that we can, have some kind of offense when we're, wait, what did I say? How many? Oh, I opened to the Druid page. I'm genius. 2 cantrip. Okay, so Thorn Whip, so we can have some kind of offense when we're not, because we're only using scythes, which is just D4s, so that's pretty crap. So I think first level get 3 spells. So initially Healing Word, because it's amazing. Thunder Wave, probably, because again, very powerful. And maybe I think I'm gonna take Longstrider. Because I kind of see him as sort of this, because he's got this sort of dual nature of not wanting to use his animal forms kind of thing. When he's not using them, he'll be doing things, like sprinting around and using his scythe, so he's trying to kind of do that to become more powerful, I guess. But yeah, that's the character. This is just gonna be a quick thing. I'll end it here. But yeah, so I'm not really sure why I streamed this or if anyone will watch or anything like that, but I was making it anyway, and it helps me to focus my thoughts if I stream it. So yeah, I'll just fill in all the kind of boring number stuff that is sort of boring. But yeah, have a good frickin' day, everyone.